into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through?
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 for you.
time walk. BeyondATC connected.
Descend to flight level 110, Copa 392.
Avianca 653, Cinema Control, radar contact. Cinema Control, Avianca 392, good day, descending via Engalfa, 1,900 feet. Avianca 392, Cinema Control, radar contact. Avianca 392, contact Sandino approach 120.35. Contact Sandino approach 120.35, Avianca 392.
Cinema Control, Aviatica 743, flight level 350.
Aviateca 743, Cinema Control, radar contact.
CNAMR Control, Airbus 00000, 4,000 feet.
Airbus 00000, Cinema Control, identified. Avianca 653, Cinema Control, expect bar 3 Charlie, runway 07.
Expect bar 3 Charlie, runway 07, Avianca 653.
Avianca 653, descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110, Avianca 653.
while my actual route was going straight through that mountain. Wonderful flying beside a mountain like that. Right over the ocean. Better get us back on track. That should do it. Sure.
Copa 392, contact Coco Control 124.3.
Contact Coco Control 124.3, Copa 392.
Back on course, and step of descent is 26 minutes.
CNAMR Control, Alaska 1415, good day, through 16,000 feet for 19,000 feet direct LRAX. Alaska 1415, CNAMR Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 410. Climb to flight level 410, Alaska 1415. Avianca 653, contact Coco Control 124.3.
Contact Coco Control 124.3, Avianca 653, bye-bye.
Air Control, Aeromexico 761. Good day. Flight level 350. Airbus 00000. Cinema Control. Expect radar vectors. Runway 27. Airbus 00000. Cinema Control. Expect radar vectors. Runway 27.
Expect radar vectors, runway 27, Airbus 00000.
Aeromexico 761. Cinema Control. Identified.
approaching top of descent now. 6 minutes out. I think as fuel is. Yes, we're going to a couple minutes. Then Nicaragua. We need to make our way up, so I don't know what's going to be next. El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, I have no clue. Not sure if we have the range to fly across Gulf to Cuba. And then Miami, because we have to reach Canada at some point, but maybe we'll have to go around the Gulf, which will make the journey quite a bit long. Fortunately. But anyway, we have to reach Canada, because we have our level mission to do there. I think it's a 3 or 4 leg. Let's pull it up. I think we have time. We have 5 minutes here. Pull it up. OnAir back on. Okay, so I go back here. My mic too loud. Keep speaking, but I'm not sure if you guys hear me.
Airbus 00000, radar vectors, runway 27. Report
Anybody
ready
in
for
the chat can
descent.
confirm the volume of my mic is correct? Let's look up here. Jobs, pending jobs. Pending jobs. Yeah, I think it's a 3-leg journey that we need to do. It's going to bring us Canada to US, none of these airports, and not bringing us back. Fortunately, not bringing us back. We have passenger that needs to go to KEN, and 2 cargo deliveries to KART and KEWM. Hopefully we can get something interesting to bring it back to base. I don't know. Okay, so let's get back flying. Okay, tempo descent is 235. Wait another minute and we'll announce on BeyondATC that we're ready to descend. I did mix up the planning there with BeyondATC, so they think we are Airbus 00000, which is totally fine.
Control, Aeromexico 690, flight level 350.
I guess it's totally fine.
Aeromexico 690, Cinema Control, identified.
If you guys want to follow the plane on the map too, we are on Valenta. So if you log into Valenta, you can find us on the map and you can follow the plane. You're gonna have all our routes should be there. Okay, let's announce ready for descent, although we're gonna follow GPS vertical navigation, just so they don't yell at us all the time.
Airbus 00000, flight present heading, descent to 2,000 feet, QNH, Los Brazils
Well.
Airport landing, runway 27.
Isn't that the best? We didn't even need to announce.
Let's just acknowledge that and make sure vertical
Fly present
navigation
heading.
is
Descend to 2,000 feet. QNH. Los Braciles Airport landing runway 27. Airbus 00000.
Airbus 00000. QNH expect official approach runway 27.
Here is clear. I think we do have a small airport we're pulling in. And if you guys didn't know, I'm traveling right now, like really traveling. I'm flying the plane with keyboard and mouse, so I'm really relying on GPS to be able to make my landings.
Airbus 00000. Turn left. Heading 295. Descend to 2,300 feet. Vectors for the approach.
Yeah, beyond. See, acknowledge that.
Turn left, heading 295. Descend to 2,300 feet.
Okay,
Airbus
so VPAT is active.
00000.
VPAT is active, so we are
Airbus
on the descent.
00000. Descend to 2,100 feet.
So we're about 5.5 miles to straight to final approach.
Descend to 2,100 feet. Airbus
Power
00000.
I don't know you guys, but I like to do like very slow approaches and landing. Maybe it's because I'm with the keyboard and mouse. You really can't come in
11
fast.
o'clock 12 miles. Report the field in sight.
But I do love to do it kind of slow. You know where you're going. You have time to adjust. Let's pull that to 60%. See where the speed goes. I think flaps are 85 on this plane. So 110 is full up and then 85 when you apply the flaps. So we have quite a bit of speed to lose here. Let's report the field inside so they don't.
Airbus 00000. Field in sight.
So guys, I'm gonna take a break after I land that plane. I will be out for about 2 to 3 hours stop. And then I'll be back and we should be on for like 6-7 hours. Probably gonna join Kip on the ground also for his flying. I'm based in Canada, he's in California, so obviously we're not on the same schedule, but for what is later on at night for me, I like to join him. I go in on freelance mode and I join the team for the group flight, so I'll be live for that. You're probably gonna hear his live through my live, which is absolutely fine. We're probably gonna be like, I don't know, it's the weekend now, so probably 20 to 30 persons flying all together to the same destination. So if you guys want to tag along, if you guys want to join, feel free. It's the more people, the merrier. Just check your setup. Sometimes it's hard to load the sceneries and everything. But if you have a hard time flying with all of us together, just let me know or let Kip know, and we're going to guide you through how to tune your settings so that you can like be able to fly with us with no problem. No matter what your system is, there's a workaround so that you can fly with us, no problem. Okay, so approach coming up. We are way too fast and I'm talking way too much, so let's pull that to 40% so that we can get our flaps out. I guess Los Braciles that we see on the top of the screen here, that's probably where we're heading. That's 5.5 nautical mile there, so let's reach our speed, make our turn. And to keep the speed a bit up when I make my turns. And I'm solely relying on GPS, so I am flying this plane with buttons on the dashboard down to the runway. So yeah, probably not how you would do it in real life, but you know what? I want to have good ratings in my missions. I want to make money. I want to bring that plane back. So you have to do what you have to do to get the job done, you know? Okay, 88, still too fast. Bring that back to
Airbus
35%.
00000. No tower services available at Los Braziles Airport. Frequency change approved. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye, you BeyondATC, bye-bye. I love when
Frequency
they say
change
that.
approved. Airbus
Bye-bye.
00000.
Okay, flaps coming down. Let's check our speed, make sure we don't stall here. Runway's in sight. Okay, co-pilot, I know I can retract my flaps. That's not what I'm trying to do here. Trying to actually land the plane. So if you guys need to fly with the keyboard, just a quick heads up here, you can do it. And landing is kind of tricky, but what I do is I put my altitude like a little bit under the oh, I didn't put the approach mode. Put a ticket. I shouldn't speak when I'm doing that. Yeah. Okay, so it captured the glide path. Let's put the second sets of flap down. Let's put a bit of power. Let's put 40%. Let's see where it stabilizes. Oh yeah, I put my altitude for the bottom of descent. If you look here, right here, I put it like 50 to 100 feet under the runway elevation. So when it gets close to the runway, it's gonna pitch up by itself. So that you do have a softer landing. You could also do it with vertical speed, but you have to manage like way more buttons when you do it that way. So okay, we're pitching up quite a bit, but the speed is not that bad. Could reduce it some more. And I'm not sure on the last set of flaps. I mean, sometimes it's gonna drive you through trees also, so just like keep that in mind. You might go through some trees, but there's no collision on the top of the tree, so no worries there. Sometimes you're not gonna be aligned with the runway either, and you will need to make some adjustment using the heading instead of following the GPS. So that's a lot of buttons to manage, but hey, it's all doable. I'm doing it every day. Sometimes I crash. Don't get me wrong there, I crash. Okay, let's pull some power. Let's keep the flaps at the second level. Let's not go to the third level. Pull some power. I'm gonna reduce that to 200 feet at the bottom. Let's pull some power again. Threshold, let's pull all the power off. Here we go. That was a bit off the taxiway, but anyway. Only thing that counts is to get it done, so we are here. Let's go to the fuel station. Park that. Goes to the fuel station. Here we go. Parking brake on. Engine off. Valenta logged our flight. OnAir logged our flight.
Monitored by OnAir.
Oh, let's see what we're up to in OnAir. So, landing was 325 feet a minute, so I could have adjusted that a bit better. Landing was 1.22 Gs. Okay, it's okay. Landing speed of 58, that was not that bad. Probably say that I'm gonna have taxi on with my flaps down, but not to worry. Raised the reputation by 0.19%, comfort bonus was obtained, safety bonus was obtained, aircraft handling bonus was obtained. Well, you say I had a hard landing. Oh, it's regular landing, it's not hard landing. Ah, not that bad. Airframe condition, normal wear and tear, so 17% here. High time airframe condition malice, so that's because my airplane is old, but that's all I could afford, so whatever it is. 2% engine, normal wear and tear, 18%, 0.18%, that's not that bad. So, okay here. There we go. If I go to my cash balance gonna do the trick. Okay, so 040404. Oh no, that was yesterday night. Yeah, okay, that's the freelance jobs. So if I look it up here, I bought fuel this morning when we left MRLB, which is the Niel Oduber Kiros International, which was actually, if you guys weren't here already, a airport with 2 parking spots, which is an international airport. But 18.8 gallons of fuel for $121. Parking fees at MRLB, which we parked there since from 516 to I don't know what. There, so $81. Landing fees at MNBR, 17 bucks. We got paid $5,000 to do that. So what I'm gonna do now, before I leave you guys, I'm gonna plan that next flight. Hopefully accept the job, and I will be back in about, as I said, 2 to 3 hours stop, okay? And join in when I get back, because we're gonna reach Kip and the gang whenever they come on. So we're gonna finish whatever flight we have going on, and afterwards I'm gonna join Kip wherever they are at. They're in South America too, so I don't know up to where they're gonna be when we reach them, but it's all fine. Okay, so if I go to the airplane list, if you guys don't use OnAir, I know career mode in 25 and in 24 is messed up, but OnAir is right on point. And at like $30-40 for a whole year of membership, it's so much worth it. You probably paid over $100 for MSFS 2024. Might as well spend that $30-40 difference on OnAir. It's just so wonderful as a career thing, so complete. I love it. I cannot recommend it enough. Okay, so job for the Skyhawk. I really hope we can reach Montreal. We're going back to my home base, Montreal, Canada. Really hope we can reach Montreal today, but really want to fly with Kip too, so if we don't reach it, that's no problem. I'm on every day. We'll reach it. If not today, tomorrow. Worst case scenario is going to be today. That's no big deal. And as it's written in the description of the live, you guys can tag along. If you want to fly with me, that's no problem. You go to the multiplayer West USA, and you have to put your multiplayer settings to all players, not live, all players. And you have to put your time. You can put weather on live, but you cannot put your time on live. So what I do is I put it on live, and I tick back 1 minute or 2 minutes. So it's almost live, but it will allow you to see me and me to see you and other flyers that might be with us. Okay, so we are in MNBR right now. And the one thing we know, we want to fly south. as much as possible. Just gonna click some to see where they're going. So south, there's not much going south. That's going north, that's going north. That go, oh, okay. Looking at, I think it's the only thing. That's 185 miles. That's 508 pounds of cargo. Wow, will I be able to pick that up? That's my main concern. Okay, let's look it up. Let's try and plan it. We have 50 hours to do it, so, and it's fragile cargo. I don't know what it implies. I don't know what's gonna happen if I do a hard landing or anything. I have no clue at all. But let's accept it. Try to do the planning on it. Yeah. Do that. Let's do that. Go back to my planes. Let's do a sim brief. If you guys don't use sim brief, that's the software we use to do flight planning, and it's fully integrated in OnAir, so very easy to do. Really recommend using it. Although there's a lot of airport missing. Just want you to know there's a lot of airport missing there. Prepare your flight. Okay. Wow, live animals. Where are you gonna put live animals in my Cessna? Well, I wonder. Let's go figure. N172SB, well, that's not what it is. C172. Okay, so load is in. Sim brief dispatch. Not popping up in the good browser, of course. We're here. You guys can see it. Boom. And some of these. Here we go. So, C172 is there. Airports are there. I always take off the alternate route because it's going to have you take on more fuel and it's going to have you thinking that you can't do a flight because the alternate is like 100 miles away, but you can do it. So I always put it to none, but just make sure you have like a couple minutes of fuel, obviously more than what you need, so that if you need to divert to any other airport, you can. It will load up the freight, so 508 pounds of freight and 0 passengers. So it'll load that everything for you as long as you have, and take note of that, as long as you have your aircraft type loaded up in OnAir. If you don't have your aircraft type, it will not load the weight as it's like a second input. You need to have the aircraft before you can input the weight and everything. So once that's done, you should be all good to go. It will pre-select a route for you, so you can go straight away, generate light, go. And you don't need to plan your route. You don't need to use OnAir to fly with me. You can just tag along whenever you want. You want to tag along, you just load in your simulator, look me up on Valenta, you'll know where I am. You don't need a mission, you don't need nothing. You can just tag along and follow me. Check my headings on the screen or ask for my headings and speeds in the chat. I'll give it to you and you can just follow me all along the flight. Okay, so no alternate. That's good. Oh, I'm gonna edit that to make sure I have my call sign. Registration, that's here. That's where you input your call sign. So I go with C172SB, Sierra Bravo. Charlie 172 Sierra Bravo. and I'm gonna regenerate the flight just so that we have it in BeyondATC when we start the flight later on this afternoon. So we have 4,000 feet cruise, 2,200 RPM. The route distance is 191 miles, 508 pounds of cargo, 0 passengers. We should burn 84 pounds of fuel, which is good, and they recommend we take on. So block fuel is what you're going to take on board. So 144 pounds of fuel we need to take on board. That's going to bring our max takeoff weight to 2405. So if I go back here into OnAir, I can import sim brief data. It's going to tell me MNBR to MSSS, alternate to DJK, which probably means not determined, something like that, because I've inputted none. Navlog, there's going to be an airway.
Aero Mexico 690, descend to flight level 110.
Shut up, BeyondATC, okay. And we have all our flight plan here, and it's going to input automatically the amount of fuel that you need. Make sure when you land somewhere that there is fuel where you're going, because if there's no fuel where you're going, you won't be able to buy the fuel from where you are. So, the FBO is Los Brasiles. There's only one. Fuel is there is 3,000 gallons of fuel at $7.63 a gallon, which is pretty expensive. But anyway, that's where we are, so that's what we need to do. So fuel price is $107. Range with 30 minutes, reserve 276, and we have 185 to go. And our payload is 698 pounds total, which is 508 plus the pilot at 190, which gives us a buffer of 25 pounds. So we can barely do this, but hey, as long as we can do it, that's all we need. So let's validate fuel and payload. And all we'll have to do now is click fly now when I get back. So thank you for joining in, guys. I'll be back as I told you, like in 2 to 3 hours stop. And when I'm back, we're gonna do that flight, which is gonna be MNBR to MSSS. MSSS will be in where's MSSS? In El Salvador. Great. So El Salvador it is. And as we're following along the coast, I mean, there's probably nowhere we're gonna go through the Gulf after that, so, or maybe it is. Maybe Belize. I don't know. Belize and Mexico might make it to Cancun and hop to Cuba and then Miami. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, thank you for joining in, guys, and I'll catch you back up in about 2 to 3 hours.